The African Union, as an, the organ in its entirety now, be diametrically different from what AUC has pronounced?
It is unfortunate that the president of Tanzania made a very sad declaration that there are foreigners who had infiltrated the country and they were in charge of the demonstrations. Those things border on triggering xenophobic attacks, which is unfortunate. Previously, during the reign of Nyerere, when Idi Amin was becoming extremely brutal, the communities, the countries in the neighborhood conspired to get rid of Amin. But currently we have enough structures to take care of situations like the one that is in Tanzania, and I think the African Union should take up the responsibility of ensuring that there is peace in Tanzania. And there's also embracing of democracy, because what happened through the electoral process was not expressive of what democracy really stands for.
Yes.
Therefore, the African Union should not have been so fast in sending congratulations to Madam Suluhu, and should have instead encouraged the kind of negotiations that should take place between the protagonists in the election. I also want to identify with the sentiments of President William Ruto over the Tanzania issue, because even when he congratulated the president of Tanzania, he encouraged the coming together of different political players to ensure that there is peace and the safeguarding of human rights within the country. So I think African countries should be very concerned, because whatever happens to your neighbor is likely to spill over to your place. And every time I look at what is happening in these neighboring countries, I appreciate the kind of space that Kenya occupies as far as democracy is concerned. One thing that we have always taken for granted is the kind of establishment that we have, especially after we had this Constitution of Kenya 2010, that is very progressive. It has guided us that Kenya has been so much entrenched in terms of institutional strength that we address most of our issues through institutions. So it will be encouraged that all other leaders from different parts of Africa agree that every country embraces a dynamic and progressive way of running their democracy. This is also comparable to what is happening in Sudan.
Yes.
I do not think if African heads of state should stay back and keep watching the real genocide that is happening in Sudan. Unlike Tanzania, where we are speculating, it is very clear that whatever is happening in Sudan is unacceptable and is going to the level of genocide. So I think African Union should be very serious, and the person who was elected to head it should also be proactive in reaching out in these countries.
Right, Fanyamambo, I think I find it a bit consternating that we have a law which is like for